this week on Cruisin' New England. What has classic cars, historic horse carriages, and a field planted full of retired Mustangs? I'm Paul Manette, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Cruisin' New England. Today we're going to visit with John Tosey and the Mustang Farm. And I'm telling you, there's no fruits and vegetables here. We're going to have a look at some beautiful classic cars, some memorabilia, horse-drawn carriages, and a whole lot more. All this and more on Cruisin' New England. All my life, I've been cruising New England, meeting great people, visiting amazing places, and discovering wonderful classic and custom car collections, nostalgic automobilia, and so much more. Come on and join our adventure. I'm Paul Manette. Let's go cruising. Intercity Lines Incorporated, America's premier enclosed auto transporter, providing enclosed transport throughout the United States. Call 800-221-3936 or visit us on the web.
Experience McMulkin Chevrolet, one of the largest volume new and pre-owned Corvette dealers in the country.
I came here because I heard McMulkin has the largest selection of Corvettes in the Northeast.
I bought a ZR1 because I wanted the fastest production car out there.
McMulkin has one of the most extensive inventories of coupes and convertibles, available and ready for delivery.
The Taj Mahal of Chevy dealerships. If you haven't been around, you got to come and check this place out.
Make it the true American sports car, Corvette. McMulkin Chevrolet is your Corvette dealer.
Imperial Worldwide insulation vinyl siding, copper and seamless aluminum gutters, closet-made shelving systems, and zero-clearance fireplaces. We strive to make the building process easy and fun.
Hi, I'm Jim Grundy. Many of you know me as the old original of Collector Car Insurance at Grundy. Well, today I'm here to introduce something new. We call it the Motor Vehicle Programmer MVP. MVP is designed to offer you the same great coverage with agreed value and incredible rates, not just on your collector cars, but on your daily drivers, your motorcycles, your motorhomes, your pickup trucks. If it goes over the road, we can insure it on MVP. To get a quote, call our 800 number or visit us online.
Find out what's happening. Get up-to-date information as I travel throughout New England and beyond. To get exclusive information and behind-the-scenes photos, join me on Facebook. Now you can watch Cruisin' New England television every day on our website television show. You'll see past episodes featuring automobile collections, memorabilia, automobilia, car show, and cruise night segments. Don't miss our visit with Hall of Fame drag racer Don Garlitz, a private showing of Bob Baer's world-class automobile collection, and watch for special segments, unseen footage, and so much more. Join us on our website television show at cruisingNewEngland.com. So now we're here with John Tosey, the Mustang Farm. How did all this start, John?
Well, back in the 70s when the Mustangs started to become popular, I really didn't know they were going to be very collectible like they are. But I had a friend who had a Shelby, and I had some Mustangs out here just laying around, and he said, you ought to save those cars, keep them, and they're going to become collectible. So I listened to him, believed him, and I started collecting Mustangs ever since. Started in the 70s and the 80s, it got very booming. We were buying and selling a lot of Mustangs. Parts, we were into parts heavily, and it just blossomed, exploded. 80s, 90s.
And then from there, you get into actually doing weddings.
I'm the type of person that's itchy, and I like to do different things and start new businesses. So I had a friend who was in the wedding business. He had a Rolls Royce, and I was hired to take a Rolls Royce out to Iowa for him that he had sold, and I fell in love with the car. I decided I'd like to buy one of these Rolls Royces and maybe play around, do a wedding or two here and there. So I did buy a Rolls Royce and started doing weddings, and the next thing you know, it got so busy I was buying a Rolls Royce, an exotic car every year.
It's not just weddings.
No, it wasn't just weddings. We did anniversaries. We did baby's first ride home from the hospital. We did proms and graduations, and we did all sorts of things like that with horses, hay rides, sleigh rides, and we got into having a horse-drawn hearse, as you can see, and we did funerals, and it just went along like that. We did movie work with them. We did TV commercials, and I was there, and I had what they needed, and I went to work and had fun.
You also have a lot of real nice memorabilia.
Yes. Yeah,
Now you're
I
into
like
Charles Lindbergh a little bit, I guess. I
Yeah,
noticed, a little collection there. Can you tell me a little bit about what you have there?
Well, I have a Lindbergh corner over here, and as you can see, there's a scale model of the Spirit, St. Louis, hanging up there, and then I have his bust there, and I have some artifacts from Lindbergh, some collectible things. That
Actually, you have a little bit of a collection of baby carriages that are hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
Tell us me a little bit about those baby carriages. Some of them look like they're from the late 1800s.
Yeah. I collected baby carriages back in the 70s and 80s and a little bit in the 90s, and they go from mid-1800s, the Victoria area, right up to the mid-40s to the Shirley Temple type baby carriage.
And also in your collection on the along the wall there, you have, it looks like a covered wagon to me, but I guess it's a school bus.
Yes, the horse-drawn school bus.
So John, we're actually sitting in the rarest piece of your collection.
Yes, it is.
Can you tell me something about it?
It's a called a sociable, and it was made and built in London by Keane & Company, and it's just a very special vehicle. There's not many of these in the world. I don't know how many. I was told there's only a couple, but I think it could be more than that. But it's just a special vehicle, and when I bought it, I was told that it was actually used by the royal family as a parade carriage in Canada. I bought it from a man in Canada who was liquidating his collection, and when the royal family went to Canada, this was supposedly be the vehicle that they would have used as a parade vehicle.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about the design of the carriage itself?
Well, it's a sociable, meaning that you and I sit here, two other people sit there, and they can be sociable. They can talk to one another. And the design of it was made to drive postilion, which means that if the Queen rode in a carriage like this, she would not have anybody driving the carriage. The carriage would be driven by a man on a horse, and she would be alone in the carriage by herself. That's the proper way she would travel. Two footmen would have sat up here. One on this side would get out, and he would take care of this door and help out whoever's getting out on this side of the carriage, and the other footman would get down and go over to the other side and do the same thing. The footman would have got off the back seat, come over here, and they would have taken and put down the step, fold this step down, and then they would open the door to let out whoever. When they get back in, you would shut the door, and you would take and fold up the step, and they would do that. They'd get back on, and then they can depart.
You know, John, you have so much to see here. I know we're going to see your car collection. We're going to go into the Mustang farm and see what you got back there, and I'm excited to see that. When we come back, a lot more of John Tosey and the Mustang farm on Cruisin' New England.
Waiting on back orders again? Your neighbor isn't. He ordered from NPD. National Parts Depot continues to be the nation's leading source for quality restoration parts and supplies for Ford, Truck, Mustang, Camaro, Chevelle, and Firebird. With 4 strategically located superstores, you'll find everything you need shipped to your door within 1 to 3 business days. For your free catalog, visit NPD online or call toll-free. Don't let back orders stall your project. NPD takes the frustration out of restoration.
Graphic Express, mobile lettering, custom graphics for autos, fleets, trucks, and boats. Signs of all types including awnings, storefronts, banners, and more.
Intercity Lines Incorporated is America's premier enclosed auto transporter with service to all 48 states. Intercities features 53-foot air ride trailers equipped with lift gates for level loading of all vehicles. Intercity's drivers are the most experienced in the auto transport business and treat each car as if it was their own. Intercity provides transport services for car owners, auto manufacturers, dealers, museums, auto auctions, concours, and racing events. Call us toll-free or visit our website.
Don't miss the Amherst Outdoor Antique Auto Show and Flea Market, Amherst, New Hampshire. The last Sunday of the month, April through October. Over 500 spots. Gates open at 6 a.m. with free admission.
Cash for Gold, the place to sell your unwanted gold and diamonds. Where you sell your jewelry is as important as where you buy it. We at Cash for Gold are diamond and gold specialists. We will buy all size diamonds, gold chains, rings, bracelets, silver coins, and even broken jewelry. Often we pay 2 to 3 times higher than pawn shop prices. We also pay up to 90% of the daily price of both diamonds and gold. We are the original, authentic, family-run Cash for Gold and have been for more than 28 years. Visit us at 527 South Broadway, Route 28 in Salem, New Hampshire.
When September comes, the party begins. Cruise on over to the Big E in West Springfield, Mass. September the 14th through the 30th.
We're back with John Tosey, and now we're going to have a look at his carriages. You know, on Cruisin New England, I've never had any shape or form of a hearse. What do you have here?
This is an 1890s Brownell hearse, horse-drawn hearse. It was made in New Bedford by Brownell and Company, and we've used it in our service for different funerals. We've done a lot of funerals when I had horses. There is this casket in the back there, and it's been in there for quite some time. The guy who's in there, the family never paid the bill, so we're waiting to bring him to the cemetery.
All right, now behind you here, you got baked goods, right? Baked goods. Yep. Now, this is actually a real bakery truck?
This is a baker's wagon, which would have been used in the 1800s. It would have been deliver baked goods, breads and cookies, whatever they baked. They would go daily fresh and deliver this for the horse and the wagon.
So John, tell us a little bit about these two carriages because they're very historic.
This here is a Brewster. Brewster and Company made carriages in New York City, and they were very exclusive carriages in their day, and today they're very sought after as collectibles. This one's a Brewster Brougham. It's a gentleman's carriage, and as you know, the body on these carriages, like these enclosed ones, went from being horse-drawn to automobiles like Chevrolet and Cadillac. I had a Rolls Royce at one time.
Now over here we got a beautiful white carriage.
This is what they call a vis-a-vis. It's a carriage I used in my wedding business. It is a reproduction carriage. It's not an original, but it was very serviceable. It's got hydraulic brakes and it's got directional lights. It was a very safe carriage, and bride sought after it because of the color, the white, and it was opposed seating.
It's a very pretty carriage. Okay, last on the line here we have?
This one here is, they call it an extended top phaeton, and it was a lady's carriage. It's very light. It's something a lady could hitch a horse to by herself, and she could drive it and use it. This particular carriage, when my wife, Mary Ellen, and I got married, we used that as our wedding carriage.
Wow, that's something. That's something you're going to keep forever, I bet. You know, you have bicycles back there, you got some scooters, but you know, my thing is pedal cars.
Yeah.
What do you have here for pedal cars?
Well, we start with this oldest one here. This is a pedal car from the teens. This one next to it over here is a Mack, a Bulldog Mack dump truck. It's a little dump truck that dumps up and down. The next one is a 37 Ford sedan. And next to that is these two Mustang cars. These are authentic, not reproduction, Mustang pedal cars from the 60s. This one here is a fire truck from the late 40s, early 50s.
You know, you go back to the 1950s and they actually retailed for $14.95. Right. You know, right up to $19.95. Now these pedal cars, you know, the older ones can go anywhere from $50 at a flea market to in the thousands.
Right. That one there I paid $1,500 for when I bought it, and that was a few years ago.
That's a very rare pedal car. Now over here, great examples of Coca-Cola. Tell me what you got.
Coca-Cola, this one here is a dispenser. It's a syrup dispenser where you would put the ice on the top and then run a line up and have the soda water, and that's what you made your nickel Cokes back in those days at a soda fountain. The machine next to it is a late 40s nickel. This is a nickel Coke machine, and you just put a nickel in here and pull this lever back, and this would spin to the next Coke bottle.
That's in really beautiful condition for an all-original piece.
It's nice. It has good patina to it.
You know, once in a while on Cruisin New England, I do a little bit of a trade, you know, and I certainly would love to trade something from Cruisin New England for one of these pedal cars. What do you think?
I don't know. Those pedal cars are kind of special to me.
But I might have something special for you. You think we could maybe work something out?
Well, try me.
When we come back, we're going to find out if John's going to make a trade with me. A lot more Cruisin' New England when we come back. Welcome to the Town Fair Tire Recognition Award Series. Each week we're going to be giving away an award to and recognize a classic car owner throughout New England. I'm here with Jim Giuliano. He's the Vice President of Marketing and Advertising for Town Fair Tire.
Paul, Town Fair Tire is a proud sponsor of the Recognition Award Series. At the end of the series, we're going to have a Town Fair Tire Choice Award winner for the $5 gift certificate.
It's going to be very exciting. Jim, I'd like to introduce you to Frank Fasoli.
Frank, tell us about your car.
1955 Chevy Bel Air, two-door coupe, all stock.
Truly a beautiful looking car. On behalf of Town Fair Tire, I'd like to present you with a trophy and a gift certificate.
Thank you.
Get to Town Fair Tire. You always get free mounting, free flat repair, free tire rotation, free snow tire changeover. Drive with confidence. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Now you can watch Cruisin' New England television every day on our website television show. You'll see past episodes featuring automobile collections, memorabilia, automobilia, car show, and cruise night segments. Don't miss our visit with Hall of Fame drag racer Don Garlitz, a private showing of Bob Baer's world-class automobile collection, and watch for special segments, unseen footage, and so much more. Join us on our website television show at cruisingnewengland.com. We're back. John, I've looked at all the pedal cars there. I know there's a few there that you don't want to part with, but maybe you might part with this Mustang. And I brought this jacket, this Cruisin' New England jacket, all embroidered jacket, and I'd like to know, would you like to trade this jacket for this pedal car?
Well, Paul, I see you already picked it out. You're ready to take it home, so I guess we got a deal.
Is John a nice guy or what? Well, here we go, John. The official jacket.
Hey, thank you. Boy, this is neat. Oh, it fits me too.
All right.
You know my size.
Thanks a lot, man.
Well, you're welcome, Paul. Oh, well.
I don't believe it, John. A street organ and a monkey?
Yeah, well, it's part of my collection. I like weird things and off-the-wall stuff. So this is an 1880s Molinari street organ. And what they did with this here, they would push it on the streets in Boston or wherever you would have it, and the guy would grind out a tune, and then he had a monkey, a real monkey, not a guy like this, but a real one, and the monkey would jump down and collect pennies and nickels and put them in the
tamarine, huh?
And that's how the man made his living.
So, John, can we hear it?
Certainly. It's probably out of tune, but here we go.
John, that was awful. I bet people would give you a nickel just to shut you up.
Yeah, you bet. Hey, donation. Paul, allow me to introduce you to my assistant, Matt. Matt's been with me for several years.
Hi, Matt. How you doing?
Good, Paul. How are you?
This is quite a bike, John.
Yeah, this is my big wheel. Matt here rides it more than I do now.
So I guess now we're going to have a look at the actual Mustang farm.
Yes, we are.
And Matt, when people drive by, the front of the buildings here and it says Mustang Farm, what is a Mustang Farm?
Well, it is what it is. It's a Mustang parts yard. We have seats, we have transmissions, rear ends, headlight assemblies, anything someone with a Mustang might need.
Now I see vehicles all over the place here. How many are here?
At one time we had about 1,200 cars, but now we're down to about 4. And mostly 80s, some early stuff, but some of the stuff is getting scarce and hard to find.
So that's why the inventory is down.
Yeah, the inventory's down, and but we still have a lot of stuff and trailer loads.
Trailer loads full. So if anybody's really looking for a part, I think the first place that they, especially if they want an original piece, they don't want something aftermarket.
Yeah, and most of the car guys know that they don't want aftermarket stuff. They want to put real Ford parts on their Ford Mustangs. So that's what we do.
And what, you must sell to all over the country?
All over the world, Paul.
So they come here, they call you first to see if you have the part.
That's right.
Okay, and if you have the part, you'd locate it, and maybe by the time they got there, you'd have it ready for them.
I'd have it ready for them, or on occasion, they can pull their own part.
So Matt, I understand that this isn't your only job here. Well, what are some of the other things that you do?
Well, I have a lot of hats. If there's a pipe broken, I fix it. If there's a carriage that needs grease, I do it. And all the cars that John also has, I maintain everything. So
it's a big job.
It's a big job.
But it's a lot of fun.
It is. It absolutely is.
A man who literally wears a lot of hats.
I do.
You do. A lot more Cruisin' New England when we come back. I'm Paul Minette, and I'm proud to be named the spokesperson for the Food Allergy Education Network.
Food allergies are a growing and serious health concern. 1 in 12 children in the United States has food allergies. That's 2 children in every classroom. There is no cure for food allergies. The only way to keep our children safe is through education. Learn the facts about food allergies. Know the signs and symptoms of anaphylaxis.
You can save a life.
I got involved because of my granddaughter, and I hope you get involved too.
Would you like information about Cruisin' New England Productions? Cruisin' New England magazine has been the premier auto and events magazine for nearly 20 years. Cruisin' New England Car Show series includes the Elite Dream Machines Rock and Roll Weekend at Mohegan Sun Casino, the Super Wheel Showdown on City Hall Plaza, Boston, and the Spooktacular Cruisin' Classic. Or for personal appearances by Paul Minette or advertising on our television show, contact us at cruisenewengland@aol.com.
Building Maintenance Services. We've been servicing the Northeast since 1990. We service and repair revolving doors, automatic and handicap doors. We can help you design an attractive, efficient entrance you can be proud of. Protect your investment and secure your property with yearly maintenance contracts and 24-hour service. Whether in office, medical, or commercial high-rise, we'll get the job done right for you. Building Maintenance Services.
Tired of waiting for delivery of your classic car parts? You need NPD. National Parts Depot continues to be the nation's leading source for quality restoration parts and supplies for Ford, Truck, Mustang, Camaro, Chevelle, and Firebird. With 4 strategically located superstores, you'll find everything you need shipped to your door within 1 to 3 business days. For your free catalog, visit NPD online or call toll-free. Don't be the last guy on the block to get your ride rolling. NPD takes the frustration out of restoration.
So we're back now, and we're going to have a look at some of John's gas-powered automobiles. What do we have? A 1938 Packard, and I guess this was part of you doing your weddings.
This was part of my livery service. Yeah, it's a 1938 Packard. It's a formal sedan, Super 8. It's a 6-passenger car with jump seats. So
it's a beautiful classic. What does it have under the hood? Can we have a look at that?
You want to really see what's under the hood?
I would like to look at it, yeah, if we could.
This is my only hot rod. I'm a purist. I've always had cars that ran under their own power from the factory when they were built. This Packard gave us a little trouble with the engine, and We wanted to make it dependable, so under the hood of this car is a Chevy 350. It's not original, it's just a Chevy 350 engine that we put in there and made it dependable, made it serviceable.
Well, that's what you want to do, really.
Okay.
The styling of this is really classic.
This is a luxury car from the 1930s, and even to today's standard, it's a luxury car. It's just the ride is unbelievable. Wonderful driving car on the highway, goes highway speeds, it's comfortable, and it just makes a nice presentation.
So John, behind us here we have a 1950 Ford convertible.
That's right. It's a 1950 Ford convertible, custom convertible car. This is the way it was made from the factory in 1950. The car is just a great road car. I've owned it twice. I bought it years ago and sold it to a friend, and then I bought it back, and I've had it ever since. I've owned this car probably for 30, 35 years.
This is a great driver too. You have a lot of fun with this, I bet.
I like this car. My wife and I will go on vacation. We went on vacation a couple years ago up to Michigan and into Canada. We drive this car.
Now we're going to have a look at a very special auto car truck, and it's even lettered with the name of your business on it, Tosey's Farm. So why don't we go have a look at that? A 1919 auto car.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's an auto car dump truck, 1919. Yep.
Well, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's just a basic truck. It's auto car had these. They made these back in the. This is in the teens. It's not chain drive. It's a worm drive truck. It was sat in the Imperial Palace out in Las Vegas for 12 years on display, and then it came for sale, and I bought the truck.
What was this used back? What was it used for back in 1919?
Basically, these trucks were used. They were great trucks for when the Hoover Dam was built out there. These trucks brought all the sludge and all of the stone and the gravel and the fill to build the dam. There was many of these trucks there. What's
unbelievable is the size of this thing, to actually build a Hoover Dam and use trucks of this size. It's incredible.
This was a big truck for that time period. Big truck.
So John, does this thing still run?
Oh yeah, this one's great, this little truck, sure.
Well, let's take it for a ride.
Oh, all right, hop in. Just give me a moment to get it started here.
All right. One time around, not bad, John. So we got power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, and the So, do you ever take this out on the road?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah?
Sure.
You must get a lot of attention, more attention with this than you'll ever get with the 38 Packard.
Yeah, you're right.
So this is a keeper for your collection?
Yes, it is.
want to thank Matt. I want to thank John. I've had a great day here today at the Mustang Farm here in Rentham, Massachusetts. I'm Paul Minette. Until next time, I'll be cruising New England.